What's going on, everybody? I am RL Melpica, the Eat Coach, natural health and diet specialist. And today I want to talk about some of the detoxing symptoms that you may experience when you're transitioning to a raw diet. But first and foremost, make sure you hit that subscribe button in your lower right-hand corner. And if this video resonates with you, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about transitioning to raw. I've been on my transition for about 2 years. I'm about 90% raw right now. And I've experienced a number of different detoxing symptoms. And I want to share those with you, as well as some others that you may experience that I've actually experienced with working with other people on this transition. So, like for me, I always go back to the first big time detoxing symptom that I had. And that was when I gave up coffee a few years ago. I had been a pretty avid coffee drinker, drinking coffee every morning, sometimes multiple times a day, and decided, thank goodness, to give up coffee because it is extremely bad for you. I could do another video on that if you'd like. And when I gave up coffee, my body let me know immediately. Some of the detoxing symptoms that I went through, the most notable was extreme inflammation in my joints. Now, some may say, what does that have to do with coffee? Well, it kind of goes back to my ultimate philosophy of energy efficiency, and that is when you start to lift the burden off the body, meaning when you stop eating things and consuming things that are not made for the body, that cause a heavy burden on the body, you relieve the body's ability to have more, to basically have more nerve energy so it can perform more functions to help you to get to a balanced state. Meaning, when I eliminated that coffee, when I stopped drinking coffee, that lifted such a burden off the rest of my body that it could start the healing process. It had enough nerve energy to heal. And part of that healing was the inflammation, was the areas within my body that were so acidic from the things I was consuming, to kind of send the troops to go fix those areas, to eliminate some of that acidity and whatnot. So that was one of the first things that I dealt with from a detoxing symptom. And there are plenty others. A lot of people will go through what we would call a healing crisis, meaning like sick, cold-like symptoms, flu-like symptoms, even fever, which ultimately are things that your body does and conjures up to heal. Remember, your body is a self-healing organism. So when it does conjure up a flu, or what we would call a flu, or what we would call a fever, it's just your body's natural reaction to clean itself. That's why when you have a cold or a flu, you have mucus and you're sneezing and all these things. Your body is expelling stuff, whether from here or whether from there. You are constantly getting rid of what your body deems as inappropriate to be housed inside of you. That's how you need to look at all of it. So the transition can be difficult. It can be a difficult transition because you are dealing with stuff that has been festering within your body for years upon years, depending on how long you've been eating and consuming things that your body is not built for. So that's why when we talk about transitioning to a raw diet, a cleaner diet, you have much better energy efficiency. What that means is you are eating foods that are for the benefit of your body. They're providing a lot of energy, but also they are not very heavy dependent on the body from a digestion standpoint, meaning they don't take a lot of energy to digest when you're eating raw fruits, leafy greens, raw veggies, nuts and seeds. So that's where we talk about the energy efficiency. When you're eating cooked foods, when you're eating meats, when you're eating fish, when you're eating processed food, you're getting a low amount of energy, and you are adding extreme burden to the body because it takes so much energy for your body to digest, meaning that leaves a minimal amount of nerve energy for your autonomic nervous system to heal, ultimately to fix the things that are going inside your body, because your body's number one goal, and it is something that it is trying to achieve 24/7, 365, is to get you to homeostasis, is to get you to a balanced state, is for the organism, which is you, to survive. And it needs nerve energy in order to perform its duties. And when you're eating stuff that you're not supposed to, you are absolutely depleting that, in addition to all the effects that that has on the rest of your body. So the detoxing symptoms, you're going to, like I said, you're going to get cold-like symptoms. You're going to get flu-like symptoms, possibly fever, possibly diarrhea, possibly vomit. You'll get aches and pains and inflammation, things of that nature, but it's okay. Keep going, because that is your body cleaning, because now it finally has the energy to do it. It's a crazy concept because it's backwards from how we've been taught. What we've been taught is that when something is happening, that means something is wrong. And when something is wrong, we need to remedy it immediately. And that is completely against the terrain model. The terrain model is letting you know that when your body is experiencing one of these symptoms, this is a healing mechanism. It is healing you. So if you are on that transition and you go through some of these tough times, some of these tribulations, it is 100% a part of it. Keep going, right? As long as you know that you are doing the right things, you are eliminating the cause, which is the kicker. Because look, if you eat hamburgers all the time and you end up getting sick or something, right? And you're not changing the fact that you're eating hamburgers every day, hamburgers and French fries and stuff like that, well, then you know what? Those healing crises are going to continue and fester to the point where it becomes something bigger and bigger. But if you know that you are doing the right things by eating the right things, by consuming the right things, by living the right type of lifestyle, those healing crises, those detoxing symptoms are all a part of the journey to ultimately get you to a cleaner lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle, and ultimately the betterment of your life moving forward. So I hope that helps you guys out there. If you have any questions on any of it, any specific questions, detailed questions, throw them in the comments. I'm real quick to respond. And I hope you enjoyed this. Hope it resonated. If it did, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Otherwise, I'll be back next time. Peace and love, everybody.